Happy today, happy every day. I'm not getting your plate in. Oh, what's your name?
Oh, Brandon Clark.
And this is the first time I'm seeing the electric charger, and I'm like, yo, we gotta get this on video. Tell me about it.
Oh man, it's a cool car. I like it, man. I'm gonna keep it like this. I done raced every car. I done raced the Tesla, beat the Tesla. I done raced the Mustang, beat the Mustang.
Which Tesla did you race? I'm not the Plaid. Mine's an S.
I couldn't tell you. They all look the same.
No, they don't.
No, they all look the same. I couldn't tell you which one. I beat I raced the 392 gas. I raced a Mustang GT. I beat all of them. The only one we went toe to toe was the Vet.
Really?
It's the only one I went toe to toe with.
Not an electric Vet.
No, not an electric Vet.
Really?
Yeah, it was like a Z06.
So the torque is amazing.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
And y'all's batteries underneath, just like our Teslas.
1, 2, 3, 100.
1, 2, what?
1, 2, 3, 100. But like you get different modes, but you got to get the stage 2, right? So if you don't get the stage 2, you get the regular just no custom auto, right? So it make it sound like a GT, right? So
this is nice. Look at your screen.
So with your RT.
Oh, there's your battery. I see it.
See it at the bottom, and then you get different modes, right? So I go here to the vehicle.
You know, I would race you if I had the bows, but not today.
Okay, bows, okay. Then you get take you to your drive mode. So
Oh man.
Stage 1, you only get that.
Okay, so you bought this other version.
Stage 2, you get these.
Drag, track,
and
sport.
Now, that give you your sound.
What? You got a stick right there too? That makes it like feel like it's,
huh?
you
You got this. That was just your starter.
So drag's like ludicrous in our S's or something. I have sport in mine. Yeah, track is to take the turns and stuff.
Take time to go to the. So you go here. And you go to the.
100% electric.
I give you the tutorial on that. So certain things you can do, right?
Wow, that's pretty nice.
You feel me? You got steering mode.
I like that. I like so mine has the stuff here and there. Some of the newer Teslas only have the visibility of what's going on there.
They give you a torque history, give you everything. You know what I'm saying?
And when you let off the go pedal, does it slow down?
Yeah, it gives you. It actually gives you like that car drawback. Like, so if you had an engine, you know how when you get off the gas, you get that drawback. So they put that in. So when you let your foot off the gas, you give you
the
that,
go.
Yeah,
it's the go pedal.
Yeah,
you let off the go, it regenerates the brakes. It's regenerative braking that charges the battery.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so you have your. It lets you know too when you let.
Yep.
Let you
it makes it green.
Mode.
Yep.
So you have your power charge mode. Oh yeah, this one I love this car. Like I ain't even gonna hold you up. Like people sleep on it, but I love it, man. Like you can't get no better than this for real for an electric car. Like come on, man.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? It's stylish. You got the suede in.
You got carbon fiber too,
kind of. Carbon fiber. Yep. You got the all the way moon roof, all the way back and down. You know what I'm saying? Like you got the red. You got the demon red seats. Like you can't beat that, man. Like it give you a sport look for an electric car. Like.
And yours is a 2-door, mine's a 4, which it is sport. And it is, I don't know if it's much heavier. It feels, dude, these doors feel a lot heavier than mine.
Yeah, no, it's an awesome car, right? Then you got the trunk, right?
You have a frunk and trunk, like
you got a front and a trunk. So you got the back one.
You don't have the HEPA filters though. Do you? You know the HEPA, because we used to have a bigger frunk in the Tesla, and then the HEPA filters got in. So that it took part of that whole front, but still, yeah, that's about the size. This is nice. And it's Ram or Dodge? What's it called now?
It's the Dodge truck.
It's called Dodge. Okay, it's called Dodge still.
Yeah, with the classic, you got the classic Mopar symbol right here.
Nice.
With Dodge symbol.
Yeah, look at these lights too. What year is this? You guys got the same. Oh, this is new, 2024. Yeah, I have these on the. Does it drive itself a little bit?
No.
It doesn't turn the wheel?
No.
Okay.
I do have lane assist. It does come with
like
lane
it vibrates
assist.
if you're going in. Yeah, okay.
And it takes you back into the lane, but no, it doesn't drive you. So.
It's all right. It's all good. I like driving anyway.
Oh, yeah. Check out the trunk.
Yeah, you want to close that?
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
All right.
Brembo brakes. And those are 21, 22?
22.
Sheesh.
Sport tire. You can't
Yeah, you got some space.
Nice. Feel me? Fold down seat. Whoa.
Those ones go for, yeah, mine does too on that. But then you got space and underneath too. Yeah, nice. Somebody roller skates.
Oh, yeah,
Heck yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, and then you can put you can use that charger. How other ways can you charge? Can you charge on a 220 like in a dryer outlet or like in a little 110? You got all that, yeah.
So the 110, no, not really. You can't do a 110 with this.
No.
So, I mean, you can do a 110, but it take you 3 days.
I know.
Like, no, so
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I do that though. I'm like that. One time I unplugged the vending machine to plug my car in because I was in the middle of somewhere, in like between California and Las Vegas. I was like, I need some battery. I'm like, unplug the vending machine, put it in. Yes, and I was like, I'll just wait because I can't be dead. You can't. Once it bricks, you're in trouble.
Oh man, I did. Oh, that happened to me. And somebody told me with the electric cars, you get like an emergency 50 miles or something like that. Mm-hmm. Oh man, it got down to 1 mile and I had the 50, but I couldn't go no faster than 25.
No, you don't want to risk it.
I don't want to risk, but what it was, I thought I could make it to get to the charging station. I was on my way to the charging station. That when it was going dead. I had traffic backed up for at least about 15 minutes. But,
I'm like, turn the air conditioning off.
Everything. But I made it though. But you do get an extra when you get down to that 1%. You get an emergency like 50 miles, but you can only go like 10, 15 miles. So you need to be like headed towards your charging station for real.
Yeah.
But I got the charging port at the house too. But
the like 220.
Yeah, the 220. You know what I'm saying? You
don't have to unplug your dryer. That's what I had to do. I got to get a converter, unplug it to a NEMA 1030. I'm like a little bit.
You made the cord go all the way out.
Oh no, I had my whole entire screen comes out, so I didn't want to take out the entire screen, so I just poked a hole in it, and then I put electrical tape around that, and then it's just, I know.
I like that.
I make it happen.
That's all you gotta do is make it happen.
Yeah, these are the regular ones. The same as like RVs, I think too, is what I heard. So that even if you're stuck, you can go to like a camper place, and they could you could charge. I'm pretty sure they're the same. Yeah, but you don't have a converter to go there on the Tesla side?
No, I don't. I didn't know about the converter.
For the Tesla, you can get it though.
I can get it though. Yeah.
So now this is good. This looks like a surge protector, right? Already.
I heard it's cheaper though with the Tesla adapter. The cost actually is a lot cheaper than the EV Go.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think you get like 10 or 20%, like 20 cents less or something like that. Yeah, I like it.
So let me look at your. Yeah, mine. I have another one like this for my travel trailer going into my my dryer outlet, everything, but I can't be plugging that in anymore because the surge protector won't work because it's like unsafe. So I'm like, okay, I ain't gonna mess with that. But the Tesla seems like it's fine in the dryer outlet directly, no extension cord. Just that's the one thing I tell people is still don't use the extension cord. If you can go straight into the Tesla has an adapter right for it, like it'll be like right on here, and it'll go into the dryer outlet, which I feel okay about that.
Okay.
But I might have had an extension cord when I did the travel trailer further out in the surge. It was a little bit of a risk.
But you had to get a powerful, like a 240. Do they have a 240 extension cord?
Yeah, I bought a 50 foot cable for the 50 foot cable for the NEMA to plug into my dryer outlet. So then what I had to do was at the end of that put the travel trailer converter from the NEMA to that. But if I bring my travel trailer close enough to the outlet, I can plug it in there, but it's not my house, and I don't want to burn it down.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you be on the run for real. But yeah, I love this thing, man. Like people, it's like online. It don't look online. If you don't see it in person, man, it don't look the same. Like online, you would think about it, but then when you see it in person
and you drive it,
it's like, man, like you really can't beat it, man. When it comes to looks, like most electric cars look the same. Like this, to me, it looks like a muscle car.
And it's what's the sound? It's making like the sound.
Yeah, that's it. So they have the patent on the speakers for the harmonic. So you get the harmonic sounds on the back. So you got a speaker here, you got a speaker here.
To make it sound like it's rumbling.
Yeah, you get the rumble.
That is awesome. Oh, sorry. I'll delete your plate from the thing. I mean, I show mine, but whatever. Everybody knows who everybody is now.
Yeah, right. Just pull up on Google.
Well, Happy Every Day is my nonprofit that I founded, and I do this stuff for Happy Today, Happy Every Day, and we just say Happy Today, Happy Every Day.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, happy. Man, you gotta come check me out. I guess on Instagram is what, CFE Promotions, CFE_ Promotions, and then I got 4 movies on Tubi. Check me out.
Check me out. I got 1 on Amazon, The Prey, Legend of
Prey?
Carnoctus.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out. You gotta check me out in Fake Friends, Love All Over.
I saw
Me.
Fake Friends.
You saw Fake Friends?
I think I did.
Yeah, Confessions, and then we got a TV series coming out in July. No, it hits TVs I think like July 16th, and it's called Daily Confessions.
Okay.
5 episodes. Right?
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I'm trying, man. Right?
I know.
Trying to make it work, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to do something.
That's what we all got to do.
You know, I got to make it work, man. You know what I mean?
You will.
So,
You are. You're making it work.
I'm trying.
That's awesome. You're not trying to doing it. You know Yoda from Star Wars?
Yeah.
There is do or do not, there is no try, or however Yoda says it. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. I'm there for it. But I'm always going to try, right? Because every day you can do something different, right?
Yeah.
1% better, right? 365% in a year.
Yep.
You feel me? One
Or
day at a
like the
time.
rule of like, don't do 100% yourself, have 100 people do 1%. There's that.
Yeah, I can touch 100 people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm working on that.
I think you touch more than 100 people.
Delegating, but like the little things that I need to get done here and there. Yeah. I could be better at that.
I mean, but isn't that the point of life though, right?
Getting better.
Getting better and having the hiccups, right? Because the hiccups is what give you the best stories, right? If everything went perfect, man, you really wouldn't have shit to talk about.
I know.
You get what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to be happy for the mistakes, because the mistakes give you the experience that you one day can help somebody else go further. You know what I'm saying? Because if you didn't make a mistake, you know, just a mistake is just another way to figure it right.
Learning experience.
Learning, right?
Yeah.
Because everyone, you take something from it, and then you go to the next way. Then you take something from that, and you go to the next one. So it's never a step back. It's always just a step forward. Like I think my homeboy said all the time, always forward, but never straight.
Yeah, I heard that before. The first time I heard that was like in the early 2000s in like LA. I flew out there. I was in New York City at the time, and that's the first time somebody said that same line to me.
Yeah, you got to move like that. Understand, man. As long as you're moving forward, man. Who gives a fuck if you move if you don't move straight.
Yeah, there's no such thing. It's like
right.
this.
You got a left and a right foot, right?
Yeah. Yep. And then it's like, oh.
Right.
Yeah.
And you be like, oh, you might find a little fun over there when you get to the right. You feel me? You get a little detour, but as long as you still got the same goal in hand, right? Like, what's the point? Like, you know, that's the whole point of living, right? As long as you keep doing it, you go. All right, whatever. You know, for 2 years you might be a vlogger. For 1 year you might be an athlete. For another year, I mean, that's the whole point, right? When you die and they write your eulogy, I'd rather that mug be a long ass story. Like, you know, I lived my life like I was supposed to, instead of, you know what I'm saying? Well, I just went to work and he was a very good worker. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just boring, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, so. And we in an age where you got video, so you can like your great grandkids will be able to look you up and see what you.
If it's on the platform or backed up on a hard drive or on your own server.
Well, yeah. Once it's on the internet, it's out there.
Yeah, but as long as that platform's up and alive. So I try to back my stuff up because I had a DVD that I found and I had to find somewhere to play it the other day, and it was an old MacBook that could play a DVD, and then I recorded it with the phone and I said, listen, I could Zoom screen record or whatever, but I didn't get that far, so that my kids can see like, you know, that.
But you know, man, that's the nostalgic part of it, right? Like, man, do you remember when 5-disc CDs came out and they was like $1,000 to have it at the crib? $1,500. Remember you had this CD that you just rotate?
Yeah. And then it came into the car in a little box.
Man, what? You remember you paid the most you paid for a phone was $500, and if you didn't have, that was only if you ain't had good credit.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Remember you had to pay for minutes before 9 or before 7, like. Man, we used to, the last outside generation, man. The last before the internet. You know what I'm saying? When you actually had to talk to somebody, kick it with somebody, get rejected, holler at somebody. Like I think that's the problem now. Like people, that's what people need, man. Like you need to get turned down. You need somebody to tell you no. You need somebody and just deal with it and go to the next. And I think people just need to like
toughen up.
Yeah, just toughen up, man. Like dog, it ain't that bad, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like. You You got your parents with you. You got a roof over your head. Everything ain't perfect, but shit, at least you can fall asleep and wake up and try to figure it out the next day. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of life. Shit, like,
Yeah, shake it off.
You know,
build a thick skin.
you know exactly.
No means next.
You feel me? But if you can't get along, I always say this: if you can't get along down here, how the fuck you gonna get along in heaven?
I love that you just said that, because I said, where's he going with this?
You know what I mean? If you can't get along down here, why would I want you in heaven, dog? If we gonna fight down here, like, nigga, you might as well stay downstairs.
I'm okay with fighting, like, disagreements. I'm actually pro conflict, because conflict can make people grow. And also, if conflict is about speaking your truth, because some people avoid conflict and lie or whatnot. So I think there's a lot of healthy conflict that needs to be responded. Like, when there's conflict, it's about how you respond, not how you react. Because of course, if somebody punches you in the face, you want to punch back, but that's a whole other story. But if you don't agree on something before physical altercations happen, I strongly believe in responding from a cool, calm place. But conflict is good for us to grow too.
Well, I'm talking about heaven. Why I gotta fight a motherfucker in heaven?
Nobody's fighting.
I'm trying to chill, man.
And
like,
heaven is like MDMA, I think. I don't know, like ecstasy.
Like, I'm just trying to chill. Like, dog, we at a point now. Like, okay, like let's be 100, right? Everybody poor, bro. I don't give a fuck if you make 100,000, 200,000, man. You might have a nice car. Everybody's struggling, man. The first hit everybody the same. Everybody got to pay rent. Everybody got to pay DT here. Everybody got the same shit on the plate, man. The whole point is, bro, like, just be a team, man. Like, what's the point in fighting everybody when we all trying to do the same shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, if all this shit go dry, or they cut the power off and they cut the banks off and all that shit, you got to talk to your neighbor, don't you? You feel me? If you need some food, don't you got to talk to the man next to you? So why not do it now before you know what I'm saying? Before they put you in a situation to where it's not even a purpose of it. Dog. You get what I'm saying? Like, all this stuff is materialistic, man. Like, we are a materialistic society, bro. Like, you can buy whatever you want, dog. You get to a point where the people send you something and they don't even want it back. They like, no, you can just keep it. Nike ain't never did that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so we at a point where, like, oh, we just got access to everything. Access food, access TV. It's like 9,000 channels. It's 9,000 cartoons.
Love, you can't buy love, can you?
You can't, but that's the hardest thing
to
find.
True love.
That's the hardest thing to find, because everybody looking for green flags and everybody forgetting they gotta feel the red flags. Like, how can you look for perfection and you got red flags? The whole point.
Yourself.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and also you have to love yourself first before I think you can love somebody else.
Oh, definitely. But you have to love yourself, and you got to understand what love is. I think
this is the question that I do on another playlist. It's called "What Does Love Mean to You?" So we can go into that.
Okay.
What does love mean to you?
Okay. Love. Okay. What love would explain to me, and what it means to me, is learning how to say I'm sorry 1,000,000 times. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we adults, right? We've all had boyfriends and girlfriends and maybe wives or whatever, but the one thing we do know is we want to be loved and appreciated, right? So if you hopping into something, why not hop into it with open arms and just understand, like, if this is the person I want to be with, okay, they not gonna be perfect, they gonna make mistakes, but I want to make mistakes with you so we can get to the end goal. You get what I'm
it's
saying?
sorry one or two, but no, let's not make the same sorry 3 times. That's when you say sorry, but then don't do it again.
Yeah, but
right?
then that comes to lack of communication, right? Because, all right, we older now. I'm 40. If you don't know how to talk or express yourself, then we have a problem. I have kids, right? I talk to my kids a certain way, right? I can understand repeating myself to my kids. We 2 grown adults. If I tell you, hey,
look me in the eye,
all right, and this is what we doing. Woo, woo, woo. Mm-hmm. Okay, bet. That's what I expect. And I would expect you to do the same to me.
I got to write it down.
Right.
So you look me in the eye and I write it down, and then that's when it kind of really gets in.
But if you don't do it, and I have to hold you accountable, or we have to hold
numerous times.
Not even, it's how you hold each other accountable. Okay, yeah, I made the mistake. Okay, well, bet, that's cool. We gonna get it. We gonna knock it out the way, right? We shouldn't have to go from mistake to mistake to mistake. But at the end of the day, it's like, what do we want? Do you really want to be in love, or do you want to be seen?
Well, that's where I wrote a book about the idea of love. And some people have an idea of love that that they impose onto another person, and they feel like they're in love with that person or they love that person, but they really just love the idea of that person, which is where we are in this materialistic. But you feel me?
I get,
like
okay, so then you would have to define love, right? Okay, so the way I would define love is a father's love, right? Okay, so if you are a religious person, right? Yep. You call the deity above father, you know what I'm saying, whatever, right? And that love shows from you can make mistakes, but I will still let you come back, right? And even with that, you know what I'm saying, I understand that by you being my child, you're gonna make mistakes, and I have to allow you to make those mistakes. But me loving you means I understand you're gonna make the mistakes, and I'm gonna take you back because I have to teach you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if someone can love me enough to let me make mistakes and let me come back, right? I'm not saying let people walk over you or do something like that, but if you really want to be in love, isn't it the point of like going through the mistakes to grow, to become better people at the end? You get what I'm saying? And instead of once you get into a mistake, you dip, now you turn around and you find somebody else, they make a mistake, you leave. You find somebody else, you make a mistake, they leave. So now you wasting 2 years with this person, 3 years with this person, 5 years with this person. You're like, well, I'm gonna find my person. And the whole point is like, ain't nobody really ever gonna be happy all the time, bro.
Unless you find yourself inside and love yourself inside and know yourself inside.
You could be single and be fucking depressed. So you get what I'm saying? Like, you go through moods. You could be happy at 8 o'clock in the morning and so by 11 and then back cheered up at 6. You get what I'm saying? But you just a person who go through ups and downs and emotions. That's what you do. So if you do it, you got to understand
they're gonna do it.
They gonna do it.
Yep.
So you understand, like, okay, and you know your person. If you know your person flaky, okay, bet. Like, I asked you, I know you wasn't gonna do it, so I did it anyway. All right, bet. This probably be with anyway. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
that's not healthy. Yeah,
it's not healthy. But if it work, it work.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody else gonna get on my nerves.
Like, they know, like, their wife's gonna take forever to get ready to go out, so they say get ready at 2 when they gotta be somewhere at 5.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Okay, then you just wonder why I'm sitting there till like you gotta make it fun, right? Instead of getting upset, if you know, like you say, if you know your wife take all day, dog, make the reservations at 6 and tell her we gotta be there at 4.
Yeah.
You feel me? And you just sitting there chilling and, you know what I'm saying, eating and doing your thing, and you can play it real good. She gonna get mad at you and shit, like, you wanna get dressed? You be like, oh, baby, my bad. We ain't really gotta be there to 6, but I'm glad you're beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
We're ready
Let's
to go. Yeah.
You feel me? Like, make it fun, man, because at the end of the day, you could be mean or you could be, I would rather be having sex than fighting, right? Let's have sex and then figure out the argument later, right? Let's not argue and then try to have sex, because you talk a lot better, you know what I'm saying, once you're tired, and you know what I'm saying, you done did what you want to do. At the end of the day, right? Like, you don't want
and you already got the serotonin in the brain going.
It's already there, right? Let's just do that, and then, you know what I'm saying, when we both butt naked listening to each other, like, you know what? I really didn't mean to say that like that. I understand. You know what I'm saying? And then if you wanna argue some more, you should have like sex fights, right? Then it should be like, the first person to tap out gotta do the dishes, or the first person to tap out gotta do the laundry. You get what I'm saying? Like, make it fun. Like, what's the point in being mad, right? When you was 20, you would do all that freaky shit. You would do it in the bathroom. You would do it in the stands. Now that you buy a house, you don't want to touch them. You know what I'm saying? Y'all mad at each other. You picked the motherfucker, so stay with them. Like, at the end of the day, you picked them, dog. Ain't nobody gonna really. It take time to love somebody, man. And you ain't gonna find it in 2 days or 14 days. When you was in high school and you had your high school boyfriend or whatever, that nigga made a lot of mistakes.
Yes.
Both of y'all made a lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes. So it's like, and you took him back.
Well, at one point I didn't, but that was okay. I still loved him.
You feel me? But that's what I'm saying. But you understand what love is, and we older now, right? So I can't do the whole stay on the phone with you for 5. I think about how you really fell in love when you was in high school. You would talk to somebody from 3 o'clock till 3 in the morning, right? Your parents would have to tell you to get off the phone. You feel me? You sneaking on the phone. We grown. I got kids. I can't talk to you from 3 to 3. You feel what I'm saying?
But when you're together, be together, and like look and like don't have your phones out.
Take the phones away, do all that. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my thing. Like, and I hate that like everybody uses the phones, because
I'm using the phone.
if you if you really love somebody, right? I'm a private person, right? Why would you want somebody in your love life? If ain't nobody paying your bills, why are they in your life? You feel me? That they can make a decision or make something to where you and your partner get into a beef or y'all looking at something. It don't make sense because the people that are the most important are the two people that are paying these bills together. Because we're the two people putting a roof over each other's head. Like, so I feel John on what John doing, but that might work for John in his crib. You feel what I'm saying? At this crib is me and you. So I will ask you, like, I'm not saying, well, Tiffany is doing this. You feel me? It doesn't make sense.
Or the same with your kids. Oh, why did that kid, your brother got a better grade? You know, you doing even with siblings or with neighbors' kids. Yeah.
Y'all, it's all the same thing, man. When you got kids, if you want your kids to be positive, go to school, be pillars of the community, right? And understand there's no point in separation. Teach them how to be unified, be together, and we can make it work, man. Because at the end of the day, you see they don't care about you. If you don't make $1 million, we all in the same boat. We all go shop at Myers. We all go shop at Kroger's. You feel what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody coming to save us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I live an average American life, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's cool, dog. And I'm cool with that. You feel me? Like, you can take a couple trips, take care of your kids, got some new shoes on your feet. You know, how many times you gonna buy Jordans? I done bought Jordans like 5 times.
I don't need.
You feel me? You buy a brand new car, man, you can have a Benz, a Bentley, whatever. At the end of the day, if you got 4 cars, that's 4 insurances, 4 car notes, 4 tires, 4 oil changes.
Yeah.
4, you know what I'm saying? Like, it sound nice. It's cool.
I'm good with it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the older we get, you understand it's just responsibilities. And I just really want my money.
And freedom.
And freedom. That's it, dog. I don't want to go to work and have somebody tell me what to do. Like everybody else. Don't nobody love their job. Let's just be real.
Yep.
I ain't never met nobody come to work like, I just love being here. No one wants to be here. But we do what we do so we can get paid. You get where you got to get. You know what I'm saying? That's life, man. You know what I'm saying? And if people would just relax, take a chill pill, we're older, drink some wine, get you a little boat ride or something, eat you a little picnic. You know what I'm saying?
Walk in nature.
You're
going into my next question in the Real People, Real Talk series is, what does enlightenment mean to you? Which you're already kind of rolling into it. Enlightenment mean to you?
Enlightenment to me means that you understand that you are all one.
Thank you! Ooh. I am no one and everyone.
Because people...
One.
It's all on how you look on life, right? People always say, like, you know, they want to see God or, you know what I'm saying, some stuff like that. But you see God every day, from the trees to the grass to the air you breathe. Like, that is in essence, you know what I'm saying? Because, all right, if you go back to the Bible, right? He turns around and God says he breathes air into Adam's lung, right? Did he get to breathe? Okay, what are you breathing? You feel me? What goes into your lungs? So if I'm telling you I said this and it put breath into his lungs, then how can you tell me you don't see me? Because I keep you alive. It's the simple stuff. Like, stop looking for like a person, man. Like, and just understand.
It's not personified, right? It's not the person in a white beard. It's inside of us. It's a light.
You feel me?
The
like,
light inside.
If you're looking for a superhero, like, I mean, I'm just like, come on, bro. Like, 40 years old. I know superheroes don't exist, bro. But if you can reach it in yourself,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And that's understanding nature, right? It's like a respect for life thing. Like, you know, I went vegan for a long time.
Ah, good for you.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
I did raw vegan for 2 weeks.
Yeah, like,
got really healthy real fast.
When you look at food, like I grew up, my people's from Mississippi, so I was on the farm, right? So the whole point, like, don't nobody want to die. You get what I'm saying? I don't care if it's a squirrel, a pig, a horse. Like, what you would consider meat or food, if you was to actually go in front of that thing and try to kill it, it would try to save its own life, right? So which means if I was meant to eat it, you know what I mean? Like, why would it be so hard?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And if the Creator tells me He gives me everything in abundance, and I can go to a tree and I can just pop it off with no violence, like, that makes a little bit more sense. You get what I'm saying? And so, like you understand, it's a respect for life thing. Like, that that being or that animal had a family, it had kids, and they want to go and flog and do whatever they do. I may not understand what they're doing, but I'm not a pig. I'm a human being. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to have a respect for everything. You know what I'm saying? And like, so like.
So you were vegan for years?
About 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I don't know. Popeyes had that chicken sandwich. I tried it and it was a wrap. It was right around that time. Popeye, the first edition, not the second edition. The second edition, I stopped eating it after the second edition. When they went out, but see that I'll be trying to get back to that because that doesn't make any sense either, right? How does Popeyes run out of chicken? The KFC had chicken, Arby's had chicken, Myers had chicken, Kroger's
But when you
had
looked
chicken.
at the wing, it looked like a genetically made wing.
Yeah, it was.
KFC. I don't even know what the heck I was eating one time. I was like, this doesn't look like a chicken
It don't look like
thing.
food no more. You know what I'm saying? And that's.
But if you could do like 80% vegan, I think that's healthy. A little bit of meat here and there. I don't know.
But then I think it goes off of like, okay, what do you consider food, right? Okay, so
Supplements too.
Like, all right, so when someone passes away, right? They don't pass away from like a heart attack or old age, right? What they pass away is from malnutrition, right?
Okay.
But when you say malnutrition, it's minerals, right? Because your body takes minerals out of the food that it eats. It doesn't take the actual physical food, it takes the minerals. So I think with people, nutrition is understanding like what you're built off of. So if you need a certain amount of magnesium, a certain amount of silver, a certain amount of gold,
and to absorb into your body.
To absorb into your body.
It needs to absorb, yeah. I think we reduce absorption over time.
Because that's what your body needs, right? It needs to absorb minerals.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to absorb macaroni and cheese. It needs to absorb minerals.
Or sugar.
But that's a mineral. When you understand? Yeah. So it's like, and that's what I think you have to, as you get older, you're supposed to get smarter. And with you getting smarter, you have to understand what food actually is. And if
medicine, the Greeks called it medicine. Food is medicine.
Because if I'm a living being, I shouldn't have to eat anything dead. And then like, okay, to me, it's the mindset of it, right? Okay, if you go in your freezer right now, this is the reason that kind of made me go vegan. You go in your freezer, you'll have a chicken breast, turkey thighs, ground beef, let's say drumsticks, right, salmon, all that stuff, right? If you were to break that down, those are all body parts, right? You got back, legs, thighs, chest, whatever. If that was a human being, I'd go to jail.
Yeah.
If that was in my freezer, I'd go to jail. So why is it inhumane? Why wouldn't I have the same respect for the same amount of life that I would have for myself?
You're going into this. I understand what you're saying about it being food, but right now there's discussions about making animals build organs for humans. So is it fair for us to use animals to make organs to put into humans?
No.
There's this whole other thing.
Okay, but
I know what you're saying, but humanity is on this other level of crazy right now.
Okay, but then humanity is the same organization that takes you away from the nature, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, the body is the body is the greatest machine ever built, right? Because it has an electrical charge with no cord, right? So scientists still can't understand how you can popos and popos, right? But the whole point of humanity or society is to get you to not focus on the greatest machine ever built and focus on everything else. You know how to work everything else, but you don't know how to work your body. You let somebody else tell you what this and this and this is, and so that doesn't make sense. Like, so the body is self-healing. So if you telling me I cut myself and I can heal myself in 15 seconds, why couldn't I grow my stuff back? You feed me the wrong stuff, so I can't grow my stuff back, or I don't have the right information, right? Because that doesn't make sense. You get stronger as you get smarter as you get older, right? So if you get smarter as you get older, you figure out how to live longer. You don't figure out how to live shorter.
Yeah.
So why would somebody make me, why would the trees live to be 500 and whales live to be 400 or 1,000 and I live to be 77? I live to be 43. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, you can't really enlighten yourself until really after 100. Like, you gotta be a century old. So there's no way that you can't tell me that my body can't regrow my own ear. It's just I haven't learned how to.
Yeah, I have a friend who's 76 and she got on blood pressure and cholesterol medicine, but doesn't want to take it. She wants to figure out naturally what she could do so she doesn't have to take medicine.
Yeah, because I mean, your medicine comes from the and if you're a grower, right? You take the seed, you lick the seed, you put it in the ground. You are like a data of information, right? I have information, the seed has information, the ground has information. So that saliva, that DNA that I put on that seed, I put in the ground which reads that, and now it tells the seed what I need. You understand what I'm saying? That's the problem. We're not focusing on us. Like you can't be a living entity and think that you're gonna eat dead food to survive. That makes no sense. You can't keep putting dead food in your body and thinking you're gonna live a long time. That just doesn't make sense at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, man, you gotta go. Like, there's a lot of stuff, and I just need.
Thank you. Happy today, happy every day.
Yes.
What's your slogan for your company? Happy today, happy every day.
Excellence is pressure.